You're almost 40 years old. Isn't that too late to start a YouTube channel? Isn't that for like teenagers or something?
Yeah, 40 is the new 19.
Is that what they've been saying?
I don't think it's ever too late to start something new. Hey, I'm Chad.
And I'm Rebecca, and welcome to our YouTube channel. We're really excited to have you here. If you're new to our channel, we are in the process of selling our house and moving into an RV full time. But this episode is about our journey in starting our YouTube channel.
So as we were embarking on this journey, we were uncertain whether we should start a YouTube channel or not. I mean, is that for younger people? I don't know. But we decided it'd be really cool if we started this YouTube channel as we're beginning this transitionary period. So many times people start a channel maybe when they're well established. And I feel like this is a good thing with anything in life. It's like, don't just wait until you got all your ducks in a row and you got everything figured out and then do it. Let's just do it now. Let's try to figure it out along the way. And hopefully this video will help you guys, because we're going to share some tips and some different things that we've been learning throughout this process for you guys to get started if you're looking to do this as well.
I actually think that it's more entertaining to watch people who are just starting a YouTube channel than people who are like super professional and
polished,
like really
and
polished and good at doing it. I think there's something really fun about just seeing the whole process unfold of how crappy the first videos are compared to like how they evolve over time. And when we were thinking of starting our YouTube channel, we were really reluctant to do so because we thought we were like pretty late to the party in doing that. And we had no idea about YouTube. Like, I've been using Instagram and Facebook, of course, but I had no idea how YouTube even worked. The only thing I knew was how to watch videos.
Exactly. I was good at watching how-to videos, but there's way more on YouTube than just how-to videos. And yeah, I mean, we don't really know what we're doing. We're just figuring it out along the way. And I think that's part of the process. And it's really cool when you watch sort of like amateurish videos, which I feel like we are. We're just starting. We're an amateur. We're not a professional. We're not super polished. So there's a vulnerability to that that's really endearing. So hopefully you find us endearing.
And I think the fumbles and the reality of it actually makes it really entertaining. But the real reason why we wanted to start our YouTube channel was because we actually found so much value in watching other people's YouTube channels. And it was so helpful for us in making the decision and taking the leap of putting our house for sale and even doing a lot of research on the full-time RV lifestyle, how it works, how do you get into it, what do you do? Like, it's a huge transition, and we wouldn't know anything if it wasn't for YouTube. So that's why we really wanted to help you guys out and just start the process from the very beginning so that you could learn from us as well.
Exactly. And family and friends can watch too. Hey Barb, hey Peter.
Shout out to my parents. Can you actually make money on YouTube?
Great question. I'm glad you asked. And the answer is yes, you can. And you're probably wondering, can you actually do this? And the answer is yes. So when we started, we were looking into it and we researched everything, and you absolutely can. Like, this is not something that, it will take time, lots of consistency.
Lots of time.
Yeah, lots of time. But basically what you need is you need 1,000 subscribers, and you need what's called 4,000 watch hours over the last year. So watch hours are literally the amount of hours combined of all the videos you put out in the last 365 days that accumulate to 4,000 minimum, along with getting 1,000 subscribers. So for us, in the beginning, our videos were not getting a lot of views, but as time's been going on over last month, we're starting to see a lot of this traction. So it's definitely a long-term game. I mean, you're not going to get rich overnight. You're going to be working endless hours, but in reality, like any business, you're going to have to do that anyways. But the really cool thing is you don't have to invest your money. You just only have to invest your time.
Yeah. And let's talk about time for a little bit, because the time commitment for starting a YouTube channel is the real thing that keeps a lot of people from doing it. And I think, people get really excited and motivated to start something, but once they recognize the time that they have to put in up front for free, not making any money, it is substantial. I'm doing it right now as a full-time job, like every single day, full days, and it's still going to take us quite a while to get to that monetization point. Now, our account specifically we had about 400 subscribers prior to. We didn't really use the account very much. And I wasn't sure if I should start a new channel, a new account altogether, or if I should kind of revive this old channel that I had from years and years ago. And what it said to do was to revive this channel because we're already basically halfway to the subscriber point. So let's just take this opportunity to ask you guys to subscribe to our channel. If you have a channel that's like an old channel that has maybe 100 subscribers or whatever, it's best to use that channel, kind of revive it and go from there. But if you're just starting out from scratch, just start anywhere. Start with a new channel, start from zero. Nobody's going to watch your first, few videos that you put in there, so you don't have to worry if they're terrible videos. Just start putting them up.
Doesn't matter.
But YouTube does recognize the consistency of posting the videos, so the more videos that you can put out, the more quality videos you can put out is the most important. So if you can upload at least once a week, even twice a week if possible, the more the better, because that's going to create the snowball effect for that.
Exactly. And another thing I'd like to add is that when you're starting out, I mean, you don't need to wait for the most polished, perfect video to put it out. Now, obviously, you don't want it to be complete crap. I mean, no one literally is going to watch it if it's terrible, but it definitely does not need to be perfect. Progress comes from consistency. So put it out there, be consistent. Consistency is actually more important than the perfection.
So let's start out by talking about our experience in filmmaking and video editing and all of that. Let's dive into that, because I think that that's really important to know, that you don't have to have any experience. For me, I'm a creative individual. I love different forms of creativity. So I like to do photography, I like painting, I like all kinds of different things. I like writing. Any kind of creative endeavor is what I like to do. But when it comes to video editing and filming, I am not very experienced. I just did it for fun, casually. So I do have a lot of footage from travels and adventures that we've taken, but I'm definitely not an expert at it. So hopefully that encourages you guys to give it a try.
Exactly. And so I'm an extrovert. I like talking. So it's really cool because she's like the creative director. I just show up and I just start talking. So we have a podcast called Scrap the Sweet Talk. We've been doing it about 4 years. And it's been a lot of fun. We've really built our communication skills. And I think just getting on video and practicing is something that will absolutely help in building that muscle and communication.
It's really important to just hit the record button and start talking to a camera, because the first probably 100 videos, like I'm talking before YouTube, when I would just try to post videos for my business on Instagram, I hated it and I was very much against doing it. I like to be kind of more behind the scenes of things, the creative vision of things. I don't necessarily like to be the one speaking to a camera. But after, growing our business on social media and using video as a means to do that, it has really helped me be able to talk to the camera and just speak normally. Even though when I first started, I thought it was weird as hell to just talk to a camera by myself. I was like, this is so awkward and so weird, let alone in like public places as well. Still working on that part. But yeah, you don't really have to have a lot of experience. You just have to have a desire, and you have to enjoy the process of taking videos and editing videos, and you just have to really enjoy that, because it's a very time consuming thing. So if you don't actually enjoy the process of it, it's probably not going to last long.
Exactly. And as a husband of a creative individual, I've learned how to do all these things when it comes to taking good pictures, good videos, showing up, saying the thing, all this,
but
right?
That didn't come overnight either.
No, it didn't. I had to be trained. Husbands are trained just like dogs. Yes. Right? I was like, what if something happened to me? What would you do? And she's like, I would have to go find a crappier version of you. So anyway, I'm well trained. So that's what keeps me around.
Now let's talk about something that a lot of people really get caught up on and hung up on, and it really prevents them from starting a YouTube channel. And that is, what kind of equipment do I need to use? Because camera equipment can be really freaking expensive.
Exactly. So
especially all of the different elements that you need to have for it.
Yeah, and so here's the thing. You don't need to have all the bells and whistles. You don't need to have that, high-end Canon camera, the Sony digital this. Like, everybody has a phone nowadays that is equipped in the year 2025.
They have great,
everything
look at
you
the
need,
footage.
right?
I mean, it's great quality.
This is it.
Yeah.
And so, definitely want to get some good mics like we got. That was probably one of our best investments, just to get really clear audio so that people can understand us. But beyond that, I mean, just hit record, put in the mic, make sure you got good audio, and that's all you need.
Yeah, and for me, I am a photographer, so I do have a fancy DSLR camera, and I actually choose not to use it for the videography, because I don't like the whole process of having to upload the footage to a desktop and then waiting for it and re-uploading it to my phone so that I don't like that whole middle process of it. I need it to be easy and quick and efficient, because it takes a lot of time to create these videos and edit them. I don't want to add extra headache or steps in between. And learning a DSLR camera from scratch, like those fancy, like big cameras that you see photographers use, I would not recommend doing that. I don't even want to do that as a photographer. I use it strictly for photography, and I use my
Exactly.
camera, my iPhone, for the video footage, and I find it works really, really
Yeah,
great.
so one of my biggest mottos is just start doing it and figure it out later. Because if you spend all this time in this minutia, trying to get the right gear, the right equipment, the right products, you're just not going to start. You're going to be just stuck in this for like months on end. You can
Yeah.
figure it out once you're involved.
Plus, it's really expensive too. Like camera equipment is super expensive. It ranges so much.
It's endless.
And you don't need any of it really. You do need a good microphone. That's something that we really recognize, because when we first started about a month ago, we started with the cheapest, crappiest microphones. They did not sound very good. And then we tried a new.
sounded like this.
Yeah, and then we got a new upgraded one that was double the price of our old ones, just off Amazon. And again, those ones were not that
Same
great
thing.
either. And so now we officially have really good microphones,
And they're not thousands of dollars either.
No.
Only a couple $100.
Yeah.
Great microphone, awesome quality.
Yeah, but I would recommend starting out with equipment. Don't get overwhelmed with it. Just use your phone. Grab a tripod. You don't even need that. You can just walk around with your phone, but I would invest in a good quality microphone. That's something that's really important. But nowadays, phones are just great to use for video. The biggest thing that we've learned in this whole last month or so of us starting our YouTube channel is that you really need to enjoy the process, and you have to have fun while you're doing it. Because if you're so stressed out about getting the perfect shots or saying things very perfectly, which we're obviously not that concerned about, it's really important to just have fun, let loose, show your real self and your authentic personality. Don't try to be this over exuberant.
Don't be overly polished, just be,
Yeah.
people appreciate vulnerability
Yeah.
and authenticity. And so when you're filming these videos, just be yourself. Like if one of your friends or family member watches it and they're like, oh my God, you sound like a weatherman or a weatherwoman, it's like, yeah, you're probably trying too hard.
Yeah.
So
and people can sense that, and it doesn't resonate because it's just not authentic, and nobody can actually connect with you that way.
Exactly. So we're just having fun with it. We're enjoying the process. We love being outside, involved in this lifestyle, just enjoying the journey. And yeah, I mean,
I've had a lot of fun.
it's been a lot of fun. And yeah, I mean, there's videos that have basically not done that well. There's other videos that have done really well. And so
Well, that's the thing
we don't really
too.
put much weight into to either one. I mean,
results.
it's the results. We're not attached to it. We're just
Yeah.
throwing it out there. But the main thing that we are attached to is the consistency, because like anything, if you're looking to lose weight or make a big change in your life or overcome some hurdle, I mean, you have to be consistent.
Yeah.
You don't have to be perfect. So it's so important.
And don't let the fluctuation in views on
it's
some
totally
videos,
normal.
don't let that get to you and hold you back from continuing to create and the creative process of it, because some videos that we thought would do really well have fallen flat, and other videos that we just didn't think anything of have done really, really well.
How do you
so
know?
I'm like,
There's no rhyme or
I have
reason
no
at
idea.
all.
What do you guys want to see? Let us know in the comments below, because we're creating the content for you. Obviously, we're having fun doing it, but it's actually more about you guys and the value that we can add to you. So let us know in the comments, what kind of content do you actually want to see? Because that would really help us in our creative process.
Help us, yeah.
So even though your videos should not be perfect, they should not be super scripted, one thing that has really helped us in the consistency aspect of it was developing a format. So it's not really a script, it's just a layout of we do our
basically bullet
introduction.
points.
Yeah, we do our introduction, we do a hook at the beginning of the video. We
What's
ask
a hook?
you,
People don't know what a hook is.
a hook is something that really draws in the viewers. So it's something a little bit dramatic or funny or cheesy or
Like
something.
a movie trailer.
As opposed to, it's like a movie trailer in the very beginning of your video. It's super important to have a very strong hook to hook people in. That's why it's called a hook. And it's really important to have that at the beginning so that people want to get drawn in and watch your video. So we try to do that, make it really engaging, as opposed to if we started our videos welcome back to our channel, we're Chad and Rebecca.
Welcome back to day 5.
Yeah.
Exactly. So yeah, we
It
just
wouldn't draw anybody in.
We just have this kind of generic template that we use, bullet points in it. We're not writing, novels or essays of preparation and all this. And that's what I was talking about earlier, this minutia of just so many times people get involved in it's got to be perfect. It's got to be 5 pages. It's got to cover this structure. And if you miss it and stop, and you're going to just drive yourself nuts and all that editing and stop and go. Just literally hit record. figure out a very basic template and have fun with it.
Yeah, because the template really helps the flow of it, and it helps you be able to stay on track and to drive your points home and make it really engaging and interesting and beneficial to your viewers as well, right? Because if you're somebody who just either rambles nervously, start telling stories that don't actually relate to the video that you're talking about, then nobody's going to get value from it. So it is really important to develop a little bit of an outline or a format that you can turn to help you drive your points home. And the final thing that we wanted to talk about for us beginning our YouTube channel was the number one thing that holds people back the most, which is the fear of what other people are going to think. What are your family and friends going to think? What are people on the internet going to think? What are they going to comment? And that's what really holds a lot of people back from even starting, is the fear of judgment from others if you do so. Like, you know, showing up on camera, putting your face on, like what you look like, how you talk, what your accent is. Like, you can get really hung up on these superficial things that will hold a lot of people back.
Yeah, and so people, they don't want to expose themselves to this, and you know, they're worried. You're going to be out there publicly, you're on the internet in this day and age. What if you say the wrong thing? Will you get canceled? I mean, just be yourself. Honestly, people will find it endearing. They don't want polished versions of the most perfect type of version of yourself.
The truth is that no matter what your personality style is like, there's always going to be people who are drawn to you because of you. So I know a lot of people get hung up on the fact that, oh, it's an oversaturated market, or maybe the niche that you want to get into, there's a lot of other people already doing that already. But the reality is that nobody can do what you do. Nobody looks like what you like. Nobody talks the way that you do. And you are going to draw in viewers that are interested in you and what you have to say and how you say it specifically, right? There's a lot of RV channels out there, but nobody is us, and we are not somebody else. So,
That's right.
And you will just draw your own followers and make your own connections the more authentic and vulnerable that you are.
That's right. So own your personality. You are your own individual self. People will find that endearing. They'll be drawn into what makes you unique.
Yeah.
You have your own unique vantage points of the life that you've led coming into this, and you know, don't try to replicate other people's channels. Like, just even for us, like, we are trying to transition into doing some different ideas. We're testing different things. Like, we're inspired
by other people's
for sure. Like,
channels.
definitely get inspired.
Yeah.
But yeah, just own your own individuality. Absolutely.
So if you've enjoyed this video and it's inspired you to start your own YouTube channel, drop it in the comments below. Drop your YouTube channel in the comments below. We want to see what you're up to and see what your beginning videos are going to look like. And we can subscribe to your channel as well, and we can start commenting and driving some traffic to your videos. So let's help each other out, and drop your handles in our comments below. You're almost...
Hopefully you've enjoyed our video so far. If you haven't, check out this new video over here. Super fun. Explains everything that's going on. But yeah, tell us in the comments. We'd love to know.
What new video you're referring to?
This other video.
What other video?
You can pop one up.
No, I don't know how to do that.
Oh, never mind. Edit that.
Don't promise things that I
All right.
can't fulfill.